Hello YouTube students, my name is Vincent and today I want to take a look at parallel lines. In particular, let's take a look at the question, what is the equation of a line that passes through the point -3, -11 and is parallel to the equation 2x minus y equals 4. Now I went ahead and I highlighted in red the most important pieces of information to solve this problem, because when we're writing the equation of a line, there are three things that are really important. Our slope, which is usually denoted by m, our x1, and our y1. Now x1, y1 is really just a pair of points, which they already gave us. They gave us that our point that our line is going to pass through is -3, -11. So x1 would be -3, y1 would be -11. So the only thing now that we need to find before we could write our equation is m, or the slope of the line. But what they told us is that our line is going to be parallel to the equation 2x minus y equals 4. So we consider the equation y equals mx plus b. We need to put that line in the form of y equals mx plus b so we could target m, or the slope. Because remember, parallel lines, their slopes are congruent. They're the same. So when we find the slope of this line, since our line is going to be parallel to 2x minus y equals 4, once we have the slope of this line, that's going to be our m. So we solve for this in terms of y so that we can easily identify our slope. So we add y to both sides. We have 2x equals 4 plus y. And now to get y alone, all we need to do now is subtract 4. And now we have y equals, and we have 2x minus 4, which tells us that our m, or our slope, is equal to 2. So now we could go ahead and fill in m is equal to 2. Now for the next stage of the problem, now that we have our three pieces of information, we're going to go ahead and use the point slope formula. This formula is really just a rearrangement of the slope formula, but when it's in this form, it makes the algebra easier to write an equation of a line. So let's go ahead and substitute for m, x1, and y1. So now we have y minus y1, and remember y1 is equal to -11. And notice how I replaced y1 with a pair of parentheses and filled in -11. A lot of students, when they get these problems wrong, it's at this stage, because they see this y minus y1 and they think, oh, -11, so y minus 11. But it's important to just replace y1 with -11, because it actually changes the value of the problem. So now when we substitute for m, right, we have m equals 2, x minus x1, but x1 is equal to -3. So now we start simplifying. We have y minus a -11 is actually a y plus 11. Now we have 2 times x minus a -3 is really x plus 3. So now we're almost done with this problem. What we have to do now is distribute this 2. So we have y plus 11 is equal to 2x plus 2 times 3, so 2x plus 6. Now the last stage is simply to subtract 11 from both sides. So now we have our equation in y equals 2x minus 5. Right? Our equation is 2x minus 5, and this line is going to be parallel to 2x minus y equals 4, because you'll note they have the same slope of 2. Now if you have time on a test, I would advise this stage, or this step here. When you have your equation, it's always a good idea to plug in the point they gave you. So we want to evaluate this for x equals -3 and y equals -11. And we're going to plug that point into the equation we just found. So we have, instead of y equals, we're going to write -11 equals 2 times -3 minus 5. Which gives us -11 is equal to -6 minus 5. And now minus 11 is equal to minus 11. So this tells us that this point is definitely on this line, and these slopes match up, so those two lines are parallel. So this is going to conclude this problem and the video. Thank you all for watching. I hope that this video was helpful.